Today we'll read the poem Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. There's a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. I'm an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda? Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? I'm Rapunzel, I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I have nagged at you, Amanda. All children feel that they're too often controlled and instructed to not to do one thing or the other, and their freedom is curtailed. Amanda is a child who is constantly instructed about the do's and don'ts by her elders. Robin the poet has described the emotional state of the child well, how nagging makes her very unhappy. The alternate stanzas show how the instructions are being given, but Amanda is lost in her own world. She is tired and fed up of the constant nagging, so she lives in her own imaginary world where she can find peace and freedom. Amanda doesn't listen to any instructions, so the speaker thinks that she's moody and sulking. The meanings, as you read the poem, you'll find this mermaid is an imaginary sea creature, and drifting is moving very slowly, hushed is very quiet and still. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. The speaker, most probably the mother, tells Amanda to do a lot of things. She tells her not to bite her nails, and in the same breath tells her not to hunch her shoulders. She commands her to stop slouching and to sit up straight. You will find these words don't bite, don't being repeated in the beginning. So when these words are repeated, it's the figure of speech used here is anaphora. And in the last line, stop slouching, sit up straight. S sound is there, so that is alliteration. There is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. The verses that are given in brackets express the imagination of Amanda. She feels suffocated in the real world, so she is lost in her own creative world. She is fascinated by a relaxing and green imaginary sea, where she is the only inhabitant. Nobody is there and she alone is drifting happily. She thinks herself to be a mermaid who is moving slowly and happily in the sea. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. So here, Amanda is lost in her own thoughts, but the mother is asking her various questions. The speaker wants to know if she had finished her homework and cleaned up her room. She also reminds Amanda that she had asked her to clean her shoes too. Her name is being called with an exclamation mark. This shows that how restless the mother is becoming. I'm an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now from these lines you can imagine how happy she is in her own world. On the soft sand, soft dust, with her bare feet, she's making different designs. I'm an orphan, means there's no one to look after her, to question her. Amanda doesn't like to be nagged, so she imagines herself to be an orphan, roaming in the street barefooted, making patterns on the sand with her bare feet. There's no one around to ask her to do anything, so she finds the silence to be golden and the freedom sweet. She imagines herself to be an orphan. This shows how frustrated and unhappy she is due to the continuous nagging instructions. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda. Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? The speaker, unaware about the imaginary flights of the child, continues to command and tell her not to eat chocolates. The speaker is irritated by the not bothered attitude of the child and asks her to look at her while she's speaking to her. The parents keep instructing Amanda on the do's and don'ts, but Amanda remains lost in her own dreams. What happens is, the parents are really worried about her. They wanted to grow up like a disciplined child, but the child does not like to be nagged again and again. I'm Rapunzel, I'm not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil and rare. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. So here she's lost in a world. Now she is lost in her fairy tales. Now Rapunzel had very long hair and she lived in a tower. So Amanda continues with her imaginary transformation from a mermaid to an orphan, and now she's Rapunzel. She imagines herself to be up free, up in the tower, free of all worries. She likes life in a tower as it is. She says will be calm and very rare. But in the story, the girl has to let down her hair. But Amanda wants to go against it, and she says that I've decided that I wouldn't let down my bright hair, would do whatever she wants. She imagines, though she imagines herself to be Rapunzel, but she doesn't want to be obedient. She doesn't want to listen to instructions. She says, I'll not let down my bright hair. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You're always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Amanda did not listen to any of the instructions and did not respond to anything. This made the mother think that she was sulking. So she tells her to stop sulking, stop being moody, lest people would think that the mother was a nagging woman and she always nagged at her. Thank you. Have a nice day.